Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. It is time for another Masters of the Universe Origins Mattel Creations figure. The only reason I'm opening the shipping carton, I haven't done it already, is because I love the little silhouette on the side there. I think that's a really neat touch. So as we move further into the nightmare of tariffs of 2025, it's going to be interesting to see where pricing lands from the bigger companies and the smaller companies for sure. But I'm sure, you know, the smaller companies, wow, that's a nice looking back right there with the alternate head on it. I love that they actually put that alternate head on. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, the smaller companies are not going to have a choice because their margins are so thin. But the bigger companies probably have a little more wiggle room as far as not adjusting pricing. And then, of course, there's the fact that all of this could very easily be undone if there were any decent people in charge of anything. So, yeah, I love that art. And I love that alternate head. So this is Hurricane Hordak, Mattel Creations exclusive, and so far the membership, which I did join, it was $10 for a year. So, I mean, why in the world not? You get like a day early, you get to order stuff that doesn't sell out. Whatever. It's $10. And maybe at some point there will be something that is actually exclusive. I don't know. Oh my gosh. This is the funniest Tila face. Whoops, I hit the camera with this big tall... Look at her face. She is horrified at Hurricane Hordak. Great art. I love it. Look, Mantisaur in the back. All these weird bug things. I'm pretty happy right now with the pacing of Masters of the Universe Origins. We've been getting about a figure a month from the regular Origins line. I'm not interested in the Filmation stuff, really. Like, I'll get a Catra, probably. But other than that, yeah, I'm more, this is what I want. And one a month is fine. Now, I am very interested in the Fright Zone. And look, they've got both versions of the Fright Zone depicted on the back of this packaging, which I love. Oh, wait, that's that tower that they offered up as potentially one of the crowd funds. And then we've got some weird goons back here. Some kind of ant people or something. Force Captain, oh shoot, what's her name? It's Adora, it's She-Ra. I cannot remember her horde name though. No, not Force, is For, no, I don't know, whatever. I can't remember her name, tell me in the comments. And then Dragstore. Great. This is one of my favorite images from the back of one of these boxes. I really dig this one. This might get a little cutout, a little clip and save, as it were. Might have to be careful about removing that tape for a change. Oh, look at this. I love this. They always print the flaps with a little something. And of course, this being the Origins line, different from the Classics Hurricane Hordak, which I do have, but I'm just not going to bother doing the comparison because I just don't find it that interesting. He has the action feature, which is why, you know, one of these days I'll get Mr. Bo Brown back on the Needless Things podcast and we'll have a little debate over which line is superior, Origins or Classics. I think that would be a lively, fun conversation. And of course, there's no real answer to that. It's all about your personal preference. Nobody's going to try and like change anybody's mind or anything crazy like that, but it'll be a fun conversation because it's really just about bringing up the virtues of each line and the limitations and deciding which one we personally prefer. Eye of the Storm. Man, they've used this alternate head so prominently. I was going to put this on that red Horde Trooper because I think that would look really cool. But they're like working to convince me just to make it, look, that's how he is in the mini comic. Oh, I think that's how I'm going to have to put him on the shelf. They've convinced me. Because I like Hordak's regular head so much that, you know, it takes a lot for me to not display that. But the Mattel packaging team and storytelling team have done such a nice job with this alternate. I do believe I'm going to go with that. No, that's not working. So Hurricane Hordak, I think, is the best, because Buzzsaw Hordak, come on. Like, look, it's cool, and I'm glad they did him, and I bought the deluxe one. Oh, which makes me realize, though, this figure was $19.99. Now, granted, plus shipping. But this is a deluxe figure. Like, for sure. It's not... But I don't feel like $19.99, because I think that's just how much these Mattel Creations figures are now. So technically, I wouldn't consider him deluxe pricing. I didn't even think of that when I bought him. Because you guys, I mean, to a degree, you guys know how I am. If there's something I want, I just get it. I don't sit there and think, well, is the value proposition of this one, you know, if it's within whatever I consider my general price range to be, then I just get it. Okay. So that is swappable. Wow. And then it's got the little gear right there. I love it. And of course, beautiful. Let's go ahead and do a zoom in. Beautiful vac metal armor. I would love for them to do, look at that. I love the logo on the back there too. I don't know, I can't remember if that's present on the Classics one, and I have no idea if it's there on the original Hurricane Hordak, because I never had it. Never had I didn't have a ton of Masters of the Universe figures when I was a kid at all. I definitely had Skeletor, Trapjaw. I think I had a Beastman, maybe a Merman. I didn't have more than 10 figures for sure. No vehicles or anything. Stan's great. We know how these all work. There's really no point in explaining the articulation. Oh, he didn't come with a little line drawing. That's a little disappointing. And his arms do pop out, so that's cool. So you can do a little swap in there if you so desire. Fun feature of the line. Portrait is great. Almost glow-in-the-dark color. Like, I am slightly disappointed. I would go for a battle armor Hordak and some kind of glow-in-the-dark Hordak, like Mystical Power Hordak or something like that. I think that would be great. He's just such a good character design. And his logo, the Horde emblem is awesome, or crest, or whatever you want to call it. But he's just cool. Look at this. This might be just best Hordak, not just best Hordak variant, but just best Hordak. Yep, comes a part at the waist as well. Cool, great, excellent. But you know what we got to do is let's get that arm. And I do appreciate that he's got the swappable arm also. Oh, wait, that is not correct. Duh. It just seemed too big and long. But I guess it'll go. Oh, man, is that? Oh, it looked like that might be hinged, but it is not. Which is fine. There's no reason for it to be. It looks like it's going to sit. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But I do kind of wish it went up a little further. Because, look, that could go all the way up. You know, just sit a little more snug. It's fine. But it's a little longer. And I wish it covered up his glove entirely, too. It really should, right? But whatever the case, still looks pretty awesome. So this, I would think of this as just being like, if I was a kid, I would have just used this as a blaster, like all the time. And then for special occasions, you get the spinning blade. Look at that. That's great. Oh, I miss gimmicks and toys. And you know what's funny is I never cared for them really when I was a kid, but now I think they're great. So this is really probably the most hurricane-y part of all. Like, I would think of this as like a wind generator. Does not actually generate any wind. And these just plug in. They don't like snap into place or anything like that, which is fine because they stay in. It's just friction holding them in. And then we've got some sort of ball device. These spin great. The mechanism functions wonderfully. A little squeaky, but you know what? I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, I bet you can hear that. I kind of like that. If it was silent, it almost wouldn't be as satisfying. And then finally, the like lawnmower blade, which is bat wings, which I love. Veiny bat wings. Creepy, grotesque, and awesome. I don't know how I'm going to display him on the shelf because, again, if I was a kid playing with this, this would be my favorite one because that just looks wicked. It looks really cool. But for him just standing on the shelf, it's not. I think I'm going to have to use the actual hurricane one, like this one. I think that's the most impressive toyetic looking one. And I'm going to swap. Oh, the head just pops right off. I didn't even need to take that off screen. And then this head, I've got some rubbery spikes, but they're holding their shape really nicely. They look awesome. Those ears are soft and rubbery too. So okay, so here's my headcanon for this look. He's taken off his headgear, his collar, whatever it is, and this crest he had surgically removed. Now, this does not explain why all the gray is gone from his face. I don't know. And then these are like he had these implanted, like those crazy punker piercing people that get like spikes and stuff screwed into their skulls. That's what this is. These don't like grow out of him. He had them added because he's a cybernetic wrecking machine. This is great. He's going to go on the shelf just like that, I think. This is a great, great figure. I am thrilled. Hurricane Hordak, ruining everybody's lives, looking like a out-of-line punk rocker, giving you nightmares. What a creepy, great, awesome figure. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.